Good evening, Friday night, 9 o'clock, Central European Time, +1. Welcome everybody. Weekend, I can see someone, Frans was saying weekend, beer and a smiley. Live from the house this time, from the house. It was so cold all day in the shop. I thought, okay, now I'm gonna go back to home and have a warm live stream because it's really rainy and yeah, quite cold. So that's my live from the living room. But that doesn't mean we have a lot of stuff going on. Today was the MOMOTARO, the last day of the MOMOTARO auction. Quite a tough auction price-wise, but we managed to buy some koi. I can show you later. I will show you later at the koi of the week. So that's I was really looking forward to the auction. It's always a bit difficult in terms of the ending, the deadline of the auction is when it's daytime in Holland, and it was quite busy yesterday and today also quite busy in the shop, and then you have to bid on the koi, and it's quite difficult, but I managed to buy a beautiful showa, but that's for later on. Also, we bought at the Omosako challenge, not Omosako challenge, Omosako lucky lottery, which you still have to pay for the fish, but there was the lottery. Maybe last Wednesday I showed you the beautiful kujaku. Let's do koi of the, not koi of the week, but first do I will show you the kujaku, and later on what I bought more on the Omosako lottery. But first the kujaku. So the screen, I will. Where did I put it? Yeah, here. Like this. So people who joined the Dutch live stream last Wednesday already saw this kujaku, but it's a beauty, so it's not hard to watch it again. This invert.
This must be underwater love. The way I feel it is slipping
Female,
over me.
and it stays in Azukari at the Omosako koi farm. This is already sold. I bought it for the shop, and a day later, about a day later, it was sold, and I wasn't surprised about it because it's a good quality and also a special koi. So I'm looking forward to the harvest next autumn. Later on, I will show you the extra koi I could buy at the lottery, but that's for just a bit later. So please, it's also a Q&A tonight. So please ask me some questions, and I will try to answer them. So it was. Thank you very much, Wim. The auction on MOMOTARO was. I saw some Tosai. Some Tosai going for prices above 20,000 euros. So that's quite expensive. But also some better prices were going, and they're really beautiful koi, so I was looking forward to that. Guys, I have to translate it. When you're building a new pond, how long does it take? Oh yeah, sorry. When you're building a new pond, how long can you keep your koi separate in a tank, in a quarantine tank or something like that, or a swimming pool? Be careful, don't buy a new swimming pool because the koi cannot stand the rubber. It's the stuff that keeps the rubber flexible. So make sure you have an old swimming pool or like a professional koi vat. They have from the koi cave. They have really beautiful koi vats which you can order at the dealers, the friends of koi cave, also at our shop. And you can keep those koi in there for a really long time. Sometimes people have to keep it in there for a season because they're moving house or anything. And yeah, of course, it's really good if you can connect your filter from your old pond to it, or put a trickle tower, connect it with a trickle tower. If that all is not possible, then you need aeration, no feeding, and rinsing every day about 10-20%, and you will keep the koi in good condition. Please be sure they cannot jump out, so put a net over it or anything like that, because it's really they want to jump out, so be careful with that. Hi Stefan, how long does koi need to recover from Kostia? I have treated them Tuesday, but they still look a little sick. Yes, Kostia can be quite severe, so really. So if you're at the beginning of an infection, Kostia is gone in a day, and then in about 1 or 2 days they're fine and swimming around really happily, and you don't see any harm. If you're a bit late, because Kostia can multiply themselves really fast, so in the morning you have just a few, and in the afternoon you have literally thousands of Kostia on a swab. Then it takes a little bit more time, of course. They are really harmed, and so it takes, even if the Kostia is gone, it takes time to recover. It takes 1 or sometimes 2 weeks to recover. So make sure everything after treatment with the medicine, you need to keep the water really clean, quality ammonia, hopefully 0 or as close as 0, nitrate really low, everything really fine, and you can put some skin approving, skin, how do you call it? It's the so skin care products, not like you put your day cream in, but like Mineral Plus or the Enzyme Strong, like the acid bacteria put in, so the koi are protected against bacterial infection, because a secondary infection is quite it's possible to get after a heavy Kostia infection. So be careful with Kostia. Erik, why? Still can't. No. Kimberly, we made the pictures for the web shop today. So we made them, so this weekend they will be in there. Thank you for your second reminder. Yeah, so be careful. Edwin, I have bought a polyester tank. Tosai in my pond is not working really well, but thinking putting it outside instead of in my barn. Do you have any experience with that? Of course, it will isolate it. Yeah, that's so. It can be really successful quarantine outside, but you have to isolate not only against the cold but also against the heat, because when it's standing outside on a sunny spot in the garden, it can heat up quite fast, and then at night the temperature go down, so you have a lot of fluctuation. So be careful with that. Isolation, of course, cover it because they can jump out, but also any other birds can go in and eat your koi. And yeah, outside is really good. And a big advantage is that they don't lose the color intensity because they have a lot of sunlight coming up. So yeah, it's good. You're welcome, Kimberly. Yeah. So I'll show you the Shiro Utsuri. It's not the koi of the week yet, but I will show you the Shiro Utsuri. Yeah, sorry, I'm also reading the questions, so that's why I was a bit distracted. The Shiro Utsuri. This koi, now it's a black screen, but this koi it's quite a lot. So the first day I bought a beautiful Kujaku, but Omosako is of course most famous for his Shiro Utsuri. And the Shiro Utsuri I already have in my XXL tank are doing so well, and every time they're winning prizes, and the skin quality is unbelievably good. The skin quality, the body is really beautiful, and in time I've got a 4-year-old Shiro Utsuri, 4 or 5-year-old Shiro Utsuri in the XXL tank, and it's now the pattern is coming up now. It's really beautiful, getting really beautiful. It was a very high quality. It is a very high quality koi. When we bought it at the Omosako koi farm, they also said, okay, this is special leek. And yeah, the first 3 years I thought, maybe not so special leek, but now it's really getting really beautiful. And now, so after the Kujaku, I thought, okay, I want also another one for the Azukari, for the keeping that koi at the Omosako koi farm. And I went to all the pictures of the Shiro Utsuri that were available, and this one had the best skin quality of them all. It's a female, 31 centimeters, and the black is already, yeah, I like it a lot. There's a lot of more black coming up, of course. You can see that the hand fins are a bit raveled, but don't worry, that will be fine again when it comes out of the mud pond. Of course, in a few weeks already, but when it comes out of the mud pond, we can see it again, and then that will be no problem. This koi has a beautiful body. You can see it's a really nice straight line. Like I said, the skin quality is really beautiful. Its opening is kill plates at the moment of the picture, so you can see yeah, it's a bit open, but that's of course that's just the picture, not the best moment to make the picture. Yeah, I like it, and when you see it swimming, it's even better. So you can see it's swimming only with the tip of the tail, so that is really important for, or really, yeah, it's a sign that it will get big. It's a strong koi, so it has a really strong body, so it only has to flip the tail a bit and it will go forward. Now the skin is really good on there. Yeah, a beauty. I'm really looking forward to that. And this one is still available. It's at the MOMOTARO. So it's in Japan, so it can go shipped almost everywhere, all over the world. And it is, yeah, it's a beauty. So it's still available. I think it's already at the nishikikoi-export.gp site, and where you can see it. Okay, the next question. I saw a question. Oh yeah, which water samples should I be taken and how often? I'm testing. In my shop it's maybe a bit different, but I'm testing. No, in a pond, in an outside pond, I would test every week. Take one day, not a whole day, but one moment in the week. And also it's important to do it, for example, always in the morning or always in the afternoon. So you have the same, same moment of the day where you can test. And I do that once a week. pH, ammonia, and nitrate. That's the three most important. I do those every week, and I test once a month KH and GH. That's really important. And sometimes I do nitrate just to be curious. But in the shop it's really low. Last time it was only 4 ml per liter, so that's really low in the XXL tank, where we feed about 2 kilos a day. So it's quite good, but that's because of the Bacto Power. Later on, I will show you. We will make a test. We are already testing with it, making a movie about how can Bacto Power do that. So yeah, I would do it once a week. That's the dog coming in. Which water sample? No, sorry. If I feed the carp after that, they are jumping. Ooh, Ed, I think we have to make a scrape out of the, so a swab for the microscope, because normally that would be some parasite on the koi. But we can scrape it for you because you live really nearby. I also add Anarex Bio after the Kostia treatment, milk bacteria. Yes, that's good. That's the original bacteria, the milk the milk acid bacteria. But it's good to do that. What's causing the fins to ravel? Sometimes there can be ammonia peak. That will really split the fins. This could be because of the netting, for example, something like that. But I think this was in an earlier stage, maybe some damage because of a peak of the ammonia. I don't know of course I wasn't there, but I think it's something like that. But there's no infection on the shirotsuri, and it is, you can see it's already growing back. It's no problem at all. But if you in your pond and you never see any fin split, and then all of a sudden you see several koi with fin split, please test your ammonia, and most of the time you will see that will be a bit higher, it will be higher than it should be. Stefan, I use the Healthy Up Strong from Sensuka. That's good. It's sinking. Is there also a floating version? No, Mark, it's sinking, and because it's only if you use 1 kilo of that food, you have to mix it with 10 to 15 kilo of normal food. So it's really a few pellets are sinking, and whenever as soon as the koi get used to that food, it will not hit the bottom, because they really like the taste of it, so they will get it out, those few pellets, the floating type. Where are you? Yeah, here. Thanks for the answer. You're welcome, Edwin. So I can use the polycarbonate cover in the summer as well on the growing tank for isolation. No, I would in summer I would leave it a bit open, but then, for example, so not the polycarbonate on top, but for example in the summer have like a parasol, or like a screen against the direct sun. That's important. Not because it will get really hot in that tank. So just like a sunblock for maybe 30% or 50% of the tank. You can also see that in my XXL facility, I have 1/3 of the pond has a screen on the ceiling. It has a screen that blocks out 70% of the sunlight. So it's important, even in my greenhouse. I want to buy the Mineral Plus. What is the best way to use it, and where do I place it? You can do it. You can use it in two types. So the Mineral Plus is the clay without all the filling and all the rubbish around it. So it's only the minerals and the micro minerals. And what I do in a normal size tank, in a smaller than 20 cubic meter pond, I will put it in every week, every 2 weeks, just 2 grams per ton. If your pond is bigger, or if you don't want to do that, you can also just put a dessert spoon, the size of a dessert spoon, of the Mineral Plus in a bucket of 2 kilos of koi food. Just put it over it. Don't put any honey or anything. Just when you feed it, you will see some dust going around it. Koi will take it in, and also the rest will go in the water, and it really helps. And that's also how the breeders work with it. So Sakai, Maruju, Danichi, they all do it like that in the mud ponds, because they cannot put it in like that. And they're really successful on the Sankei, Showa, Kohaku. You don't have to worry about the black spots, but the Sankei and Showa are the black is getting much bigger, better. Thank you for the answer. You're welcome. My last message is blocked. Huh? I didn't see your last message, but it shouldn't be blocked. I don't have any blocking on this live chat. Maybe if you swear on it, maybe the YouTube itself will block it. But I didn't do anything, Erik. So please ask your question or your message again. My pond is clear of parasites, and so are the fish. the same time every night. The same fish flash about 10 minutes. The stop also. Yeah, that sometimes you have like they do like a copy behavior. So if one, in my shop I have the pond with the window, and I had one koi that after feeding he started scratching on the side of the inox frame, and I could see other koi copying that behavior, and now, of course, I'm taking a swap. I didn't see anything. When I took that koi out, the other koi didn't do it after feeding. They didn't do it at all. So sometimes koi copy the behavior of another koi, and sometimes a koi is just itchy and they want to scratch. It doesn't have to be mean there's anything on the koi. What is best temperature? What's the best temperature of the water or of the in a pond? The best temperature is a stable temperature. So at best is above 17. Then the immune system is on, and the koi can really handle parasites by itself, and bacteria infections are more difficult to get. So 17 is really good. Then when you go up, the difference between 19 and 20, it's a huge difference in growth, in how the koi develop. So best, if you can heat it, or if it's in the summer, it's best 20, 22. That's really good temperature. So that's really a nice temperature. If you want to boost them, you can go up to 24 degrees. It's also really good temperature. But the difference between 22 and 24 is not as big as the difference between 19 and 20. It's really a big difference. If you go up, you can grow the koi really fast. At 26 degrees, I saw at the Omo koi farm, they kept their Project 60 Tosai. That's a project, I don't know if they still do it, but it was a project from the 1st of June, the koi were born, till the next year, June, the 1st, they tried to grow their tosai up to 60 centimeters, and with success. And even some koi were a bit bigger. 65 was the I think 63 or 65 was the biggest tosai. That's, in my opinion, much too fast. But they did it with the 26 to even 27, 28 degrees. After a few years, Omo-san told me, like, that extra two degrees, we need about $50,000 extra fuel, petrol, to heat the ponds, and that was not worth the extra 3, 4, 5 centimeters. So I don't know if they still do it, but not on a large scale anymore. But if in my XXL tank, 22, 23 degrees is really comfortable temperature. You can keep your the oxygen level easily high, and it's good. It's good working on that temperature. If I turn the air off during the day, the same fish that flashes at tea time flash a couple of times on the airline. Why do they flash? Yeah, Paul, there can be of course a parasite on. Please also swap it when it's flashing, because sometimes parasites, when they're in the cyclus, they have like a moment on the day where they're more on the koi itself. So please make a swap when they're flashing. And the air, I wouldn't. Of course, you can turn your air off just to have a look at the koi, but at daytime, please keep it on because they really need it. So I think there could be something on the koi. If not, please check your water quality, and if that's also really good, just leave it, and I think they will stop with it eventually. What's the sorry, that's already there are white spots on my Firestone APDM on the bottom. What? There are white spots on the, I don't know, maybe there can be some on rubber, I don't know. Sometimes you see it on fiberglass, you can see white spots. On the rubber, maybe it's like an algae that stopped and then there's a colony growing. I don't know how the white spots, maybe you have to fish it up, maybe it's just a tooth of a koi. That can be, or if I can see, if you can make a picture and send it to the WhatsApp, not for this live stream because my phone is dead now, but I can answer you later on. Wietse is asking, what's your personal favorite type of koi? And then 3. It's difficult. It's difficult to say because I like kohaku. Yes, I like. It's almost standard. I like kohaku sankashoa, but I really like, at the moment, I really like shirotsuri. And about any variety, if it's beautiful, if it's good quality, I like it. I saw, I'm going to do the lottery later on, of course. We have the new koi mox of Hikari, the 2 types, so we're going to do the lottery of that. The Kimatsuba, I've got a beautiful Kimatsuba in my shop. Yeah, I like that. And then it's not my favorite variety, but if it's so beautiful, I like it. So it's difficult. I like Koshiki. Maybe that is also for me as a dealer. I have to not only buy what I like myself, but also I have to think what I have to buy for other people that like. Maybe I'm not a really big fan of shishui. Yeah, sometimes of shishui. But I have to buy it. I'm not a big fan of kohaku with red on the nose. But of course I have to buy it. So my range of koi which I like is maybe a bit wider than a hobbyist. You have to think about what you really like, because you can only hold, for example, 6 different varieties or 12 different varieties. So it's difficult for me. But of course I like kohaku sankashoa, shirotsuri. It's maybe my top 4. Let's put it that way. Hi all, hi Perry. If the immune system is on above 17, does adding healthy up to the food help if the water temperature is lower. Yes, it helps because you're taking a head start. So the healthy up will help also when the temperature is lower. But if it's already in the system and the temperature is getting higher, yeah, it's like a head start. So yes, I'll put the healthy up strong in my food when I start feeding at 10 degrees. How koi grow in... It's amazing how koi grow in different conditions. I know your English is really good, math, but my English, I don't know what you mean. Of course, koi are... some koi will grow in I had an owner, a pond lover. He passed away many years ago already, but he had quite a big pond with some koi, and they were not growing that well. They were growing, and then he was building his own pond, and he put those koi in a tank. I was really like, are you sure you're going to put them in there? Really small. I think it was 400 liter, and he had about 12 koi. So it was, and it took ages before he finished that tank. And in the 400 liters, they were growing faster than in the big pond because he was treating that. He was managing that 400 every day, cleaning once a week, all water out, new water in, put the koi back, and it was heated and everything. Not heated, but it was because it was smaller and the sun, it was maybe a bit warmer than the pond. They were really growing. In that year, they grew more than in all those years in the pond. So if you mean like that, sometimes it's you can see koi growing in small tanks, and they really grow. As long as the water quality is okay, they will grow. And of course, also if the water quality is a bit down, they still grow, but let's say they will grow 5 centimeters in that week, or in that year, in the season. If all conditions were perfect, it would have grown 10 to 15 centimeters. So yeah, you have to make sure everything is okay, but they still grow in a dirty tank. Don't get emotionally attached to your products. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Stefan. It looks like bacteria on the bottom or dying algae, but I'll try to make a picture tomorrow. Okay, Erik, do that, please. Is it important to have different koi feed? Should you give them a fried food? Yes, I do. I mix now 4 types of koi food, and I also mix it every time. It's a bit different. Every time is a bit different. So it's like us. If we eat every day steak with French fries, maybe the first 2 days is nice, but the third day you think, okay, maybe a meatball is also nice. After 2 weeks, you really want to eat something else. So it's good to change and at least feed them several kind of brands, good brands, and you will. Yeah, we notice that they grow better. Does a koi of about 20 centimeters eat a 3 millimeter size koi food? Yes, of course. Yeah. They eat 4 to 6 millimeter in our shop floor. So 20 centimeters koi, easily the 3 millimeter is peanuts for them. It's good. How do you use Bacter Power with a drum filter? Sorry for my shitty English. Your English is okay. What I do with a drum filter, which doesn't have the plastic collar for the instead of the rubber or the rubber protector, I use like a pantyhose. I put it in there and then I hang it in the moving bed or in the first chamber of the drum, so the sand, the stones don't get into your pump, into the rinse pump, because it will block the spray, the spray nozzles. So yeah, that's what I do. So I put it just in a net, in a really fine net, and then after a few weeks, so I put in when I do the maintenance dose every week, every 2 weeks. I do one cap on 1 or 2 cap on my pond, and then I put it on, and then after a month or 2, I will totally clean the pantyhose or get a new pantyhose and then put a new dose in. I have a 50 centimeter totally black koi with a copper color underside. I am having a problem identifying the type. Can you help? I think, Paul, it's a Karasu, totally black. Is that Wagoi? Is it scaled or Deutsch? But I think it's they call it the Japanese breeders call it Karasu. Karasu means crow, black crow. So Karasu koi. Maybe you Google it, Karasu, and then you find if it's the same type. Okay, good math. Paul, I have the same fish by born my fish. Okay. Thank you for the answer. You're welcome. Let's do koi of the week. And I'm thinking, which koi is that? Yeah, of course. Koi of the week. Screen. Yeah. So today, maybe put my face on again. Today, yeah. Today, the second day of the auction, of the MOMOTARO auction, was being held. So the last auction day of this season was finished now, is finished now, and the first day I was not able to buy any koi. It was really busy in the shop, and you need to concentrate on the koi. I can see some dealers, they say, yeah, I'm gonna select those and this koi, a really beautiful koi, and then I'm gonna have my my maximum bid. I will stick to it, but that's really difficult because you don't know how an auction is going. Sometimes the most funny koi are getting really high prices, so what I do, of course, I will look through the list several times before the auction starts, but you must be also capable of judging on a koi which when the price still is okay. If I tell this to someone who doesn't keep any koi, they say this is not a normal price, but it's like so you have to see. You have to see you have to concentrate on the auction, And today, at the end of the auction, the very end, they had a few Showa, and the Showa is they really had a lot of Kohaku, some Sanke, but no, most Kohaku, and a few Showa. And I really love the Mako Showa. Mako bloodline is it's now 1 meter 5. It's really giant. It was 90 or 99, 90 centimeters when it was 4 years old, 4 years and 6 weeks or something like that. So it was really, really big at a young age. So I saw the coming. I will show you later on. I will show you in a minute. This Showa. Let's put the screen on. This is really the premiere, because this is not online yet. So this is online yet. So this is the first. You are the first to see this koi or this movie. This is the Mako Showa female. They checked it on the 11th of April. So they say, okay, this is we checked it on April the 11th, and then it was female. And I really like it. I like the Kohaku pattern with the odome. Really nice pattern. Skin quality is good, and I like the black will come up later on, of course, but it looks so much as his mother, it's really. I like this style. So this is the Mako Showa. So the Mako is the bloodline. Toe size 41 centimeters, female. That's really important, because male is more easy to grow big when it's toe size. 41 centimeters toe size. The red is really strong. And so the he is really thick. The sumi will come, of course, later on. You can see it in the middle is some black coming up. At the tail, of course, the head pattern will come up. Motoguro will get bigger, better, and I really love this Showa. This is, of course, still for sale, because this is the first. It's not even on the website yet. I just made the movie just before this the live stream, and I'm really looking forward to get this koi at the end, not the end, half of May. It will come into our shop. Of course, need to go to quarantine, and after that it will go to the XXL tank if not sold. And if it's sold, you can still decide to keep it in the XXL tank, like an Asugari project, because I think this koi, it's a shame. I had a conversation maybe 2 months ago with someone who bought an Isa Jumbo Tosai at another dealer, and it was Jumbo Tosai. He had to pay quite a lot for Jumbo Tosai. And then it grew the following season. It grew about 7 centimeters. That's not that much. So it went from 38 to, no, it was even less. It went from 38 to 43, something like that. It was really, so that's a shame, because if it's on its way to a big koi, and especially this Mako Showa. This has the potential to grow to up to 1 meter, but it needs everything needs to go well. So the shipment is not helping, but it takes about for the next season about 1 to 2 centimeters. It will take a bit down, take it off. So normally, if it stays in Japan in the same tank, it will be big, 2 centimeters bigger next year. But yeah, I want to get it to Holland. So this will come to Holland, and it will stay in the XXL tank. And yeah, I will let you know. If you want to know the price, just give me a WhatsApp or an email, and then I can tell you. Okay, now the next black koi is scaled. Yeah, so Paul, that's a karasu koi, karasu. The first time I asked that, I was at the Sakasuma koi farm, and it was a long time ago, so my Japanese was really zero, and the staff I was asking, what is the name of that, because I thought maybe it's magoi, but they cannot sell magoi anymore because they're not allowed because of the KHV possibilities from the carp meat breeders. So he said, no, that's not magoi, that's karasu. I said, karasu, and he was like, he's pointing at the crow and pretending he was a crow. So that's a crow, a karasu koi, karasu. Black, scaled, shrimps. How long does it take to get the shrimps off? We use them for 1 year. 1 year if kept cool and dry, and of course there will be no fungus on the shrimps or anything, but the fat that is in there, it's not that much, but it will sometimes getting a bit ranzig. I don't know the English word, but it will get a bit, the fat inside will get a bit off, and you don't want that. That's also with the silkworms. So yeah, after 1 year, I don't feed it. I throw it away and then get new ones. Hello, hi. Yes, thank you, Jure. Hi, Stefan. Advise you to add salt when setting up koi. What quantity per cubic meter, or do you have another tip if you don't have a quarantine tank? Yeah, so if you have a quarantine tank and you want to mix koi from breeders, or some dealers, some people advise to put in salt. If you put in salt, I would do 5 to 6 kilos per ton. That sometimes helps, but don't put 5 to 6 kilos per ton in your pond, because if you need to treat it with any formaldehyde based medicine, you will it's better not mix salt with those medicines. So it's difficult when there's any costia on your koi and you put them in salt, and some costia will really thrive on salt. They will multiply even faster, so be careful with that. So in a quarantine tank, I would put it in there. Yeah, I would do it like that. And don't use the expensive salt from the supermarket, or pond salt, or you need just the salt they use for the washing up. So the salt that's, yeah, it's using, they use it for swimming pools, to get the water softer, and it's much cheaper than the salt per kilo. What vegetable and fruits can you give the koi? There's any live food you can give them? What does your koi get for food? yeah, there will be soon. There will be a small movie on YouTube where I make a new koi food just as a treat, and we use tomato, pineapple, what's that? Not Brussels sprouts, but loaf, witlof. Maybe the English translation. Um, um, yes, that is what I feed in vegetable wise. Maybe some other beans, rice, and that's just like a treat. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, I feed my koi that kind of food. And the rest, 98% of the, maybe 99% of the food, it's in pellet form, and that's really good, especially if it's of a good brand where it's really balanced and monitored every time. You're welcome, Paul. There's a big difference in growth, male or versus female. Funny that you ask, Wietse. When from days 1, hatching to up to tosai, you will notice the bigger koi are male. So, for example, we have the Konichi Karashi challenge, and we had 80% of that group of 300 Konichi Karashi is female, and you can see the male are about 1 head bigger, sometimes 2 heads bigger than the female, and that's with many of those koi. That's why I also said, okay, for the Showa, the female Showa, the Mako female Showa, 41 centimeters, it's more difficult to get a female that big than a male. But if you separate the male and the female, so have a tank, only male tank, you will see the male will get also beautiful body line, and they can have the same quality. There's a tank at the Danichi Koi Farm where it's only male, and no one can see until the breeder says this is all male, and then they turn around and go to another tank. So they're really beautiful, but they don't need, or it's better not for them to have the impulse of female around them, because then they stop feeding that much and they look at other things than food. And also the female are better at eating at the surface, or and they have another way of eating. So they eat like Pac-Man, like first eat, and then chew their food, which a male koi in general, he takes a bite, 2-3 pellets, then go down, eat, and then go up again. And if the female took all the food, yeah, he's too late. So if you have all male that do have the same style, they will grow really big. And of course, a good quality male can also have a beautiful skin quality. There was in the section of the Momotaro, they had 4 batches, 4 sets. The first and the third set were only male, but it's really good they put a male on the photo, because you couldn't see it was male. Some you could see, but most you couldn't see. They were really white, really good body. Yeah. So it's difficult, but if you keep them together, you will see a big difference. Yeah. So that is that. Okay. Oi, it's totally an hour. Okay, let's get to the lottery. We have a special lottery today. We have the 2 mugs and the different types. If you buy if you buy the Hikari Saki food, you get a mock at our shop, or if you order it, you can also get a mock with your shipment. But this is for the lottery. So these mocks, and then all new coasters came in today. So we have brand new coasters of all the varieties again. Really beautiful set, Shirutsuri, Goromo, and we have it in the little tray. So this is, normally we just do a lottery with 2 or 3 or something like that, but now we have a complete set of 6 coasters with the tray, yeah, we do the lottery as well. So those 3 items we're gonna give away. So I have to go to the Nightbot, that's really already on, so don't panic. Maybe not. Now it's on. So now it's on. So put your please type in Koi TV, Koi Cave, Goldfish TV. Thank you very much. Anything, Koi Cave, Koi Care, anything, and then we're gonna do the lottery. So we do first one mock, then the tray, and then the other mock, and yeah. Please let me know if I have to ship it or you're gonna pick it up in the shop. Of course, maybe if Matt or Paul is gonna win or someone else from outside Holland, of course I will send it to you. Okay, 3. Yeah, is it staying? Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1 for the first mock with the Ki Matsuba and the really beautiful Kohaku. Bart Borst. Bart, congratulations, you won the mock. The set of coasters, it's amazing. It's amazing. So the set of coasters, roll it again. Anouk, congratulations, Anouk Brouwer. Congratulations on the coasters. Please let me know if you want me to send it or you're gonna pick it up someday in this year. And the last mock for this time next week, we have of course more. It will be Campbell de Bruin TV. Congratulations, you have the Goromo Sanke mock. So thank you very much again. Don't worry, we've got quite a lot of those mocks, so next time we will do the lottery again. So tonight, you saw a lot of questions and I hope some good answers. The Mako Showa, thank you for, maybe later on I will put it on YouTube. Please share that movie. Please put your thumb up if you like this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. It means a lot to us. Yeah, and I hope to see you or next Wednesday if you're Dutch. Even if you're not Dutch, but next Wednesday 8 o'clock or next Friday 9 o'clock. Thank you. Bye bye.